Hello. This is my dream dictionary. This particular one is full from 2005 to 2019. And this dream that I'm going to read is from Thursday, December 16th, 2010. I was getting married. The girls were with me the night prior. I remember Mara especially. I was upset because for some reason I could only sleep for a half hour in a bad bed at the place. Then a traditional Serbian wedding, Eastern Orthodox. Dad wasn't there, of course. I looked around, but John didn't appear to me either. Me and my mom. At least it was fitting. But then John was there. And so was Dad. But John didn't get some trinket of sorts that Mom, Dad, and Nick got in the aisle with me. And I thought that wasn't right. I was already doubting this traditional way. Then a statue had to be selected from a choice of 8 or so. A mini statue. Dad was to select it, but someone, an aunt figure, asked what statue I was. I looked at the selection. I remember a few. Material possessions and wealth. Live, indulge, and be fat. Wealth and wellness. And body well-being. At first, when I saw it, I was drawn to live and be fat. But then I saw wealth and wellness and liked that one. Then I saw body well-being and thought that was best. I didn't think wealth was right. I told the group, however, that my dad would know which one to pick. And so he did. He handed me body well-being. I walked down the aisle, but back. Toward the back as if going away from the altar, to a well of water. It was above ground, but well-sized, stone, round container of water. The priest and another were there and took my hands, holding the statue, and brought them down and deeper down into the water. The sensation of going further down deeper was very strong. I thought my face would become immersed, but it did not. I then turned to face the pews and walked slowly in front, side, aisle side, along each to show the guests my statue. I then stood up front and saw that no one I knew was in the audience and pews. It was all a bunch of old Serbian-looking people. The family must know. Where are all my friends? I again doubted the ceremony. The father priest was at the front ending the ceremony. I was up at the front by myself. Byron was not with me. I suddenly sensed that. The priest asked if I had any final words. I started to speak, but it would hardly come out. My voice was as if I was very sick. I apologized for not really having a voice. I started by saying my mom and I went back about whether to have a traditional wedding. My mom said, "Larissa," in that disapproving tone of hers, showing she couldn't believe I was saying that, so inappropriate and disrespectful at the ceremony. I remember turning around and uttering "bitch" under my breath, but I think that was at a different time actually, when everyone in the family had been in the aisle with me. I remember thinking I shouldn't have said it, but being so angry. But back to Mom saying, "Larissa." Externally, I ignored that and said, "I was glad I did," turning to Father and thinking I really liked the statue in the water part. It felt so spiritual. I thanked everyone for coming to the East Coast and turned and said, "Thank you, Father, for doing the ceremony, Father has been here since I was little. He baptized me. I looked at him good and saw that it was him. Byron then came up to me, but he felt awkward as he had to be formally dismissed or the exit plan or what have you. And so he had to walk back away. I again felt bad and thought this traditional ceremony was a bad idea. Then I woke up. Thanks for listening.